Justin, thank you so much for joining us today. Sure, you've got a bit of sun, it looks like. You've got a nice tan in the last few days.
Yes, look, I try and spend every sort of minute that the boys spend out there. I try and spend out there with them, especially when it comes to fielding. So to keep a close eye on them. So yeah, but the first test, what a win. It's something that we longed for a while. I think we were brilliant in all three departments. So yes, we set very high standards for ourselves. So moving forward, hopefully we can maintain the standards.
South Africa always sets very high fielding standards for themselves and has been known as one of the top fielding sides in the world for a very long time. Are you happy to have seen the kind of display that you saw in the previous game?
Yes, it's something that we asked for. It did come under criticism over the last couple of games that we've played, or last series that we played. So there was big emphasis on trying to get it right. Also, the personnel changed quite a bit. And if you had a look at the first test, our slip catching was outstanding. So we've got a couple of young faces in there. So we really had to work hard on that aspect of our game. And as you saw, that the wicket there was quite a bit of assistance to the seamers, and we knew that slip catching was going to be a critical part of winning this game. And so far it's been very good, but like I said, the standards, we've got to maintain that. So hopefully the next couple of days leading into the second test match, that we're going to put a big emphasis on trying to sharpen that again.
There's been quite a lot of changes in the slip cordon. Can you tell us about those changes and the reasons for them?
Yes, over the last couple of years we've lost some senior players, the likes of Faf, Hashim, and they obviously played a huge part in the slip cordon, taking all the catches. So we had to make some changes. Fortunately for us, some of the guys at first class level back home, they do field in the slips. So it was nothing new to them. It was just a matter of sharpening that sort of skills, and also getting the guys in the right places. Obviously, you want to try and get your best slip fielders in position 2 and 3. So that was a key area for us. And Aiden and Vian was exceptional in this first test match. And then obviously we have the experienced campaigner of Dean Elgar. He'll be at first slip for us. So hopefully we can continue this. So it's been a great start for us, and just maintaining that standards.
How much emphasis do you put on the slip catching? I see at every practice there's always, a fielding session. How much of an emphasis do you put particularly in the slips?
Quite a big emphasis. As we know, Test match cricket, it's all about taking your catches and getting 20 wickets after all. And it's good to have a guy like Mark Boucher as well, who's played a lot of Test matches and stood behind the stumps. So there's some great input from him as well. So and we know that we have to work hard on slip catches. So the guys are quite keen. We do a lot of sort of one-handed stuff, reflex sort of work, so to sharpen the guys up, and so far the guys have responded well.
How do you identify a really good slip catcher? I mean, you've got a massive group of players here, and how do you go about making the decision that these are the guys that are going to play in that position?
Yeah, obviously slip fielding is a specialized position, and like I said, some of the guys do feel that in their respective teams back home in first class. So yeah, it was just a matter of getting the right guys in the right places. And normally your good batsmen are normally good slip fielders as well. So they normally have good eyes and good reflexes. So like I said, we've got a young group there, but an exciting group.
How do you make sure that this momentum moves into the next match?
Yeah, it's obviously quite difficult to follow a test match like the first one. Like I said, we were brilliant in all three departments, and that's the sort of standards that we have set for ourselves now. But we know it's not going to be that easy the second time around, so there's even going to be harder work behind the scenes to make sure that we don't drop any standards, and hopefully, like I said, we can continue this.
Was it a relief to see that kind of performance, particularly in the field, and just seeing everything coming together so perfectly in that test match?
Yes, it was a big relief. Over the last couple of years, we did take some criticism. So obviously, from a coach perspective, it's really exciting and good to see that the guys are really putting in those performances. But like I said, also the hard work comes from them behind the scenes. So all credit must go to them and the sort of world-class standards that they want to set for themselves and the benchmarks. So I'm very grateful for that. It's just when it comes to me, it's just to make sure that I keep pushing those standards and those benchmarks and that we don't get complacent.
You're not the official batting coach, but you do a lot of work behind the scenes, especially in the nets. How pleased were you with that performance?
Yeah, very pleased. As you can see, I've took a lot of sun, so that's my job, trying to get the guys ready. And I still do throw with the arm, so some of the guys do want the arm and not the side arm. So I do tend to help there, and especially with the lower order batters, to make sure that they also give us some crucial contributions at the bottom there. So yeah, it's an all-round thing for all of our coaches. It's not just me focusing on the fielding. I have to make sure that the guys are ready in all their departments.
And just finally, making sure that the team vibe and that the effort from the first match goes and rolls into the next one. How key a job is it going to be for everyone to continue the focus going into that last fixture?
Yes, it's very key. I think the team is in a very good space at the moment. So we might make sure that our environment, that we keep it clean, we keep looking after the small things. That's going to make us a world-class team. So those are the little things that we focus on. So it's a work in progress. But like I said, we've really set ourselves some high standards, and moving forward, that's what we want to maintain and really become a team that's got a carefree environment, but also a care factor to what we're doing and the standards that we set for ourselves.
Sorry, final question. What would a series win mean to, firstly, yourself and then to the team?
Yes, I think it's going to be huge. It's something that we long for. So in terms of our cricket that we want to play, and so we want to play a winning brand of cricket, and also the people back home, we want to make them proud. So hopefully, like I said, we can continue playing the sort of cricket that we want to play and become world beaters. So hopefully we can continue this, and moving forward we can be a really good team and a really world beating team. So when teams play us, and especially if we can get some wins away from home, it's really crucial, and you don't take those for granted, because it's very hard to come by to go and play in different conditions. So this is going to be massive for a young team like this moving forward. So there'll be a lot of lessons learned, and hopefully we can take that aboard and apply it to wherever we go to in the world.